right. Hello, everybody. This is Stuart Jean coming back at you from Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California for Drum Magazine, December 2019. This is our third lesson. We're looking at brushes, some in the pop setting, folk setting, country, that kind of thing. We're going to look at the basic sort of country waltz, folky waltz, poppy waltz, Nora Jones kind of deal today. So let's get into it. We're going to be sweeping on the head today with the brushes. Okay. So the first thing, this is in 3/4, obviously. The first thing you want to do is get your right hand. Let's look at the right hand, and we're going to create sort of a half circle. 1, 2, 3, and you're just going to sort of make this circle here. Just visualize sort of a kidney bean shape, and just give the brush a little nudge. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do it in a swing feel, triplet feel. So really, we're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So up here, the top of the arc, 1, 2, 3 is our downbeats, and we're down here. We have to be in time, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're not accenting the down here. You're just making sure you're in that area around that time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can't be tense in the hand. You have to have some looseness going on and just a little flick of the wrist. 1, 2, 3, and eventually, depending on the vibe of the tune, it could be a little bit of a slap or a tap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you just want to practice that just to get that. You could even do it sort of out of time at first, just to get this motion going. 1, 2, that sweep, that little push towards the center of the drum. 1, 2, 3. Some people play outward like this. I play inward. I think about like sort of clapping my hands, my hands coming together. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Left hand, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see where the is back here, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bring those together, so you have sort of two superimposed circles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't want to dig in too hard. You don't want to be too light. You just have to find that sweet spot. And we're just sort of crossing on every downbeat right up in here. 1, 2, 3. Just picture two circles. That's all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's like your basic technique warm-up exercise, or sort of a trainer for getting comfortable. And of course, this would work in any time signature. But 3 is nice. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we maybe need a little more subdivision going on, more swung eighth note subdivision. So the left hand gets taxed with that job. Right hand's going to maintain 1, 2, 3. It's like my ride cymbal. 2, 3, 1. And then my left hand gets to do all the kind of fun stuff. So for the next exercise, we're going to reverse what the left hand is doing. Left hand is now going to flip it and go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now we are playing the end, the upbeats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So the 1, 2, 3, the downbeats are back here. They're more subtle. If we put those together, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And again, it could be a bit of a slap like this, or where the brush is not leaving the head necessarily. You're going to kind of mess with both and live within those two. Complete sweeping, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. A basic foot pattern. Obviously, there's a lot of different things you do. You could play the hi-hat on 2. You could play it on every beat. For today, we're just gonna play it on beat 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 on the bass drum. 1. Not too loud, just a nice little landing spot. Again, you wouldn't necessarily play it every single bar, but this is just an exercise. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. And that's basically it. And then, that's all subdivisions. Most likely, commonly, you would probably break up that left hand. It wouldn't play so much. So I have a series I took about 7 different basic rhythms. Number 1 being this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. But if we stripped it down a little bit, we could play in the left, with both hands. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you see when the left hand is not playing on an upbeat, it's just sort of riding on the downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then we could play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Next, we could play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. We need a little more rhythm. We could play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Or we could play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Another one could be 1, 2, 3, a 1, a 2, 3, a 1, a 2, 3. And that's basically it. And obviously there's a lot of other stuff you can do with that, but that's a great beginner for you to get relaxed and comfortable and kind of get some 3/4 action going on. I'm going to close out here, just play it to a simulation of Come Away With Me by Norah Jones, just sort of a two-bar vamp going back and forth. You could also think Hallelujah, the Jeff Buckley, Leonard Cohen song, but Jeff Buckley. So, this works great for this. So I'm just going to sort of mess around with this and do what I do over this loop. So thanks again, everyone, for checking it out. And we'll get into some 6/8 in the next video. So thank you so much for checking these out, and have great holiday time with all your family and friends. And hopefully you're doing some gigs out there too. So thank you, everyone. Take care.